What's up, guys? It's Nofsky with Academia Audio, and today I'm going to show you how to make an EDM pop song that sounds like this.
I'm feeling lonely in this bed tonight. I hope I see you in a dream or two.
Alrighty, guys, so that was an EDM pop song I threw together with an artist by the name of Mi Lin. She is based out of Florida. Amazing voice. Also, if you want to hear the full song, I will put that at the end of the video. So guys, as I break down this song, I really want to focus on the drop. I'm not going to touch on the verse or the hook or the bridge or anything like that. If you guys do want a more in-depth video of this song on those other sections, please comment down below. I'd love to get into that with you. First thing I want to start with is the bass bus. Typically I'll go with a sub. I don't reach for 808s often, but when I do, I like to process the ever-living life out of them to make them unique, and that is exactly what I did here. So I usually work in MIDI, but I do like to bounce things out. It gives you a little more control. That is my sub I created. Pretty simple. Some effects, if you want to copy that. 15, 100, 100, 15, and 73. I have an EQ on it, boosting some desirable frequencies around the 6K and 68. And then I went ahead and slapped a limiter on it. And then I threw it through another EQ to kind of shape that sound. So this is what that sounds like. So it has some nice crunch, but wasn't enough for me. So I bounced it to audio, and then I went ahead with one of my favorite distortion plugins, and that is Decapitator. I used the Dark Fat preset, tweaked some knobs. Then I threw another EQ to shape it even more, because as you add saturation or distortion, you're going to have some harmonic frequencies pop up, and so just another layer of security by putting that EQ. And this is what that sounds like now. So night and day difference. I also have these this reverse bass that I made, and this is also in my Serum preset pack. If you guys want to check that out, it'll be a link down below. We also have some sample packs and everything, so be sure to check all that out. A lot of the sounds I use do come from there, so if you guys like what you're hearing, go check that out. And this is what that sounds like. So it's just a solid bass to kind of lead into the next note. That's what I typically use it for. So, but I mean, get creative, use it for whatever you want. So that pretty much wraps up the bass bus, and this is what it sounds like. So just a lot of push and pull going on there. Next, the synth bus. I have a granulizer working for me here. Quanta. If you guys don't have this, it's a really useful plugin. I would say I use it probably 1 out of every 10 songs I make. So you can just get really unique sounds. I'm sure you could use it more. It's really great for textures, atmospheres, things like that. So what I do is I put a note through there, I bounced it out, and I came up with this. And that's actually from the vocal. I took a snippet of the vocal and I threw it through Quanta, and it gave me that. And it was nice, but I wanted some more movement. So I actually threw an auto pan on there and gave me this. I also bumped it up an octave as well, and I have some EQ cutting out some harsh frequencies, and then a little bit of micro shift to give it some width. I do have another layer below, so this is going to be the high and wide layer on the stereo spectrum. Then this is the other layer. So we have that, and then next, at the end, I took this note and I reversed it to give me this, which that is actually from that. And it just kind of whips it into that next section. It goes really well with the reverse bass over here, and that is it. Besides this, I did chop it up and just add a little accent pieces. And so all together, these are my drop synths. So next, I want to tackle the drums. I used a similar drum pattern as the one that I had in the verse, but I gave it a little more space, and this is what those sound like. So this is kind of a very unique drum pattern. I usually like my drums and bass to really work together well. And so what I was hearing in the timing of the bass and the emptiness in space, that's kind of what I went with the drums. And then I filled in those empty spaces with tom hits. Pretty straightforward. I also have a top drum loop going on. Next, let's go over the effects. Nothing really crazy here. I have this guy. So just a reversed vocal one shot that I turned into a mini riser. I have a sweep. And then I have some risers at the end to kind of build that momentum as it goes back into the break. Besides that, I have a few vocal fills. I have the hook. And then I have another piece. Little ad lib and then another ad lib. And that pretty much sums up the whole drop. It's really not complex, but the thing that I think sets it apart is the creativity in the sound design when it comes to utilizing a granulizer. So that, and then the really awesome crunchy 808 bass hits. You know, when you challenge yourself to just like take a sound and then use post-processing to make it sound way different than when you first started working with it, you'll come up with sounds and ideas that you would have never came up with in order to come up with a very unique drop. And so I'd like to challenge you guys to maybe find a sample. You know, if you have a granulizer, I know Ableton has a stock one. If you have a granulizer, you want to use that one, throw it through there. Come up with a cool pad to go underneath a chord progression, or maybe a lead sound, or, you know, just get creative and fun. There's no rules when it comes to making music as far as the creative process goes. So just have fun, try some new things. Every time you sit at your workstation, you don't have to sit and what you're creating is your next hottest release. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs on my computer that no one will ever hear or ever see because they're just practice and I'm just having fun and I'm trying new things, you know? And as you do that, you're going to get better, and then you're going to be able to have new tips and tricks and skills to take into that next project that you are trying to release. So just have fun with it, do your thing, get creative. If you have any questions, be sure to comment down below, like and subscribe, and you guys have a blessed day. Peace.
I wish that I could fall asleep if it means that I can see you, can see you. I'm feeling lonely in this bed tonight. I hope I see you, I see you. I can't help it, no, no, I can't help it. Oh, I'm so distracted when I think of you. My mind is vacant. Oh, wish that I could fall asleep if it means that I can see you in a dream or two. I'm feeling lonely in this bed tonight. I hope I see you in a dream or two.